So just only a few minutes ago we had a coal problem. Now we already have 388 coal. This is going so fast in no time. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. Welcome back to more Minecraft Eternal. We're doing a few things today. A few random little things that hopefully help us in progressing with our adventure. And one of the things I crafted between the two episodes as well is a glider, which I'm gonna go over now in a second. It's very easy to craft and it helps us a lot traversing actually the area for exploration, which is awesome. But one of the things that I want to start today that is gonna be an ongoing project throughout the next episodes, every now and then we check back in how things are going, is mystical agriculture. Mystical agriculture is allowing us to create seeds for different resources. So what you see here is Inferior Plants, and Inferior seeds come in 6 levels. So you have the tier 1 Inferior seed, which is made literally from Inferior you find by mining, and a normal standard seed, and it turned into Inferior seed. Now Inferior seeds grow into these plants, and when you harvest them, they give you Inferior. There you go, blop. We're using open sticks from crop sticks from Agricraft, and crop sticks basically allow the spreading of plants. So if we have if we have a 9x9 grid of crop sticks and we just plant one seed, it has a chance to spread into any of the neighboring crop sticks that are on top of fertile seed. And then so on and so on. So theoretically, with one seed, you could get a whole 9x9 grid. I planted about 15 seeds. The rest is literally just that it's spread. That's it. What I'm really doing this for is coal seeds. So coal seeds, the reason I want coal seeds is so I don't have to worry to continuously looking for coal. And coal seeds itself, if you look at that, can be made from 4 coal, 4 Modpack essences, and a tier 2 crafting seed. So let's start at the bottom, a base crafting seed. Let's make one of those. Here we go. We can actually remove all that. I was just clearing up some areas. Then we can take that crafting seed to make a tier 2 crafting seed. A tier 1 crafting seed from 4 Inferior essences and a base crafting seed. So now this is a tier 1 crafting seed. A tier 1 crafting seed can be used to make stone seeds, to make dirt seeds, to make nature seeds, whatever that is. So you can completely automate certain resources purely by plants, which is absolutely amazing. And I love it. It's just a very tedious process. Now, right now we're using open blocks water tank underneath the sprinkler, and the sprinkler is literally putting water everywhere on the crops, and it's the same as if you would be with a watering can over it. We also have worms every second block, so that worms go on a 3x3 area, and they improve the growth speed of everything. So between the worms and the sprinklers, they grow insanely fast. And so now we want to make a coal seed. If we look at a coal seed, what we need is a tier 2 crafting seed. So let's make some Prudentium first with a crystal. So here we go. The crystal has 1,000 uses. You can make an unlimited crystal, but that needs a lot of resources I don't have yet. Well, not a lot, but it needs resources I don't have yet. So let's make a few of them. It, for some reason, doesn't remember necessarily like where you put everything. So there we go. And there we go. Excellent. We can make 7. So now we have these 7, and we should be able to make a tier 2 crafting seed. There we go. And now with the tier 2 crafting seed, I think we're 1 Prudentium essence short, I think. So coal seeds, yeah, we're 1 short. There we go. We need 1 more, which we can make from here, which shouldn't be a problem. So let's get the crystal back. There we go. And let's put these guys here. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, let's make 5, so we can make 2 sets of anything if we want. And now we can make the coal seed. There we go. Boom. Now that will give you either essence or coal. I'm not 100% sure. Let me see here. When that grows, it produces coal essences. And with 8 coal essence, you can make 12 pieces of coal. We're just literally destroying everything. And take all the seeds out, take all the Inferior out. Now we're gonna put all the crop speeds, the crop sticks down again. And here we go. Let's make this kind of area and put the seed in the middle. Now this coal seed will grow. It should grow quite quickly. And you can see it's already growing. And now it has a chance to spread to adjacent crop sticks once it's fully grown. I think the mix between agricraft and mystical agriculture kind of saves you a lot of hassle of continuously making more Inferium just to make the next seed for coal or for whatever. So coal is one of the seeds. Another item I'm continuously out of is quartz. And there is a quartz seed. I don't find quartz as much. So there is a quartz seed here, another quartz seed. But for that, you need a tier 3 crafting seed, which we actually can make, and for nether quartz and intermedium. So we might actually be able to already make that as well. So to make the orange essences, what we need is the Prudentium essence, the crystal in the middle, and 4 of those Prudentiums make 1 intermedium essence. Now we need more than that. We also need a tier 3 crafting seed. Now we just used our crafting seed to make the coal, so we're gonna need to start from scratch again with the crafting seed. So if we're gonna look here, crafting seed, we're gonna start again with the basic one. We're gonna make that. Boom. Now we're gonna go to the tier 1 crafting seed. We're gonna make that, and there we go. Now we don't have any Prudentium left, so what we're going to do is make a few of them. We have loads of Inferium right now. Infusion crystal. There we go, in the middle. And now we can make another 4. Oh, let's make all. Excellent, yes. There we go. Beautiful. So you can see how much Inferium you need just to make enough Prudentium to get to the next level. Because now we need to make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to make just another 3 intermedium. So all these 64 Inferium just gave us only 3 intermedium essences, or 4 they would have given us, yeah? So, which is absolutely insane. So to make the quartz seed, we're going to need a tier 3 crafting seed, which is made from another 4 intermedium essences and a tier 2 crafting seed. So we need a tier 2 crafting seed. Oh, we have a tier 1 crafting seed. I didn't even make that. So we need to do this here first with the tier 2 crafting seed. Or tier 1 crafting seed, turn it into tier 2. Then we can take the tier 2 crafting seed and turn that into a tier 3 crafting seed. But now we have no more Inferium, no more orange essence left. So I'm gonna have to go get a couple of more Inferium from the seeds, and because we're gonna need more than that, we're gonna need probably 2 more stacks just so we can make enough of the orange essences to get to the final seed. So just only a few minutes ago we had a coal problem. Now we already have 388 coal. This is going so fast in no time. Unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. So we're going to leave the rest of the worms here. There for the other 2. And what do we have here? That is something that I was going to build, which is the farmer, which I don't know if we should do it right now. Let me just see if we want to do the farmer right now. So the farmer... Yes, okay. So the farmer requires Inori crystal blocks, which are actually made from iron blocks, so we're okay, and an iron casing. Okay, if we can... Okay, let's do it. We have enough iron. Let's do an iron casing. We already have 3 iron blocks. I already made 1 Inori block, so let's do that. So all we really have to do is go right here. So let's take that. There we go. And let's put the iron blocks and put them here. I think we can do multiple. There we go. Excellent. So now it converts the iron blocks into Inori blocks. Now we can take those and make the farmer. We have enough seeds. Now the farmer basically will just point at an area, and I think you can adjust it, and we'll just automatically farm. Boom, 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 boom. So, and then we need to transfer the items into a chest. I think it needs power, so coal power. Makes sense. We could theoretically automate the feeding of the coal generator to supply power to the farmer. So we could have the coal generator sit there, force the farmer to harvest the coal essence, have a crafter. I think there's something like an auto crafter or something in here. Craft a tier 1. I think that's the one from RF Tools. This machine can handle up to 2 recipes at once and allows recipes to use the crafting results of previous steps. I think that's the one we want. And that will, as it says here, allow us to put a crafting recipe in, to take the essences and turn them into coal. And then we can take the coal and transfer it back into the generator. And any excess coal we can just transfer into a chest. So that would be a nice setup to achieve actually today if we can manage to do that. What we're trying to do now is to get the farmer to farm these, which is no problem. Then transfer everything over to the crafter. So the crafter sits here. We're going to tell the crafter, hey, you need a recipe. So let's give the crafter a recipe. Let's pick some of the essence up. Yeah, sometimes some of the essence doesn't get picked up either. So it's really weird that some of the things don't get picked up. Maybe it's a bug that sometimes blocks disappear. I have no idea. So we click on the first recipe. Double click to edit this recipe. So let's go into here. And let's apply. And I think that's how it works. And that's it. It will craft that and then put the crafting result into here. But it has to be powered. So let's put the crafter here on top because I think the farmer has to be at the eye level of what it's trying to farm. So we're going to put the farmer right here. That way the open end is pointing at what it's doing. Now it should get power from this guy, which is currently empty. So I brought some coal just so we can get some initial start. This generates only 30 RF per tick. So is that going to be enough to power everything? Okay, this is powering very fast. Very good. So this should be full very soon. So if we are going to tell the farmer to take the essences. Why is it picking up inferium? It shouldn't be picking up inferium. Why is that? It took me a while to get my head around. There was two things that I had problems with. One is the farmer. The farmer actually does go in a 9x9 area. So if you look at the farmer and you actually look at the actual editions book, the farmer works in a 9x9 area. However, a normal farm usually works on 8x8 usually. So, but I noticed that the sprinkler also goes beyond the 8 and actually goes on a 9x9 area. So between the sprinkler and the farmer, I think our farms should just be a 9x9 area. So, and seeing that worms also work on a 3x3, it makes sense that it's actually all a 9x9 big area. Makes absolutely sense. So basically, I had to rethink how I have my farm. So I reconstructed the farm and now everything is working. The next problem I had was I'm used to using item transfer nodes. So if we look at transfer nodes, I'm used to using the ones from extra utilities. However, I forgot that the extra utility transfer nodes need 1 GP to work, so which is their power system. So in extra utilities, if you actually look at that and you look at a mill, this is how you generate GP power. It gives GP power. And GP is, we can actually make this, and we were going to make this actually in the next episode anyway to get some more power into our systems without having to use coal. But I didn't want to do that now, so I couldn't use them. And the only other transfer cables that I could find were item extractor. Where is that gone now? Item. There we go. Is from Cyclic. So from Cyclic, you can create item cables which don't need power, and they need to be connected to an extractor. So an extractor basically allows you to extract items from a container. It is very slow, but for what we need it for, it's going to be absolutely fine. So if we make an extractor, I already made one. Oh yeah, I need to make the heavy sheet, the weighted pressure plate. There we go. And that's it, I think. Yes. Okay, so item pressure. Now we're going to keep this coal actually, and we're going to put that back in there. Now I made some item cables as well, but they need an extraction cable to begin with. So we either way need an extraction cable, and they seem to be working pretty much automatic. So you don't need power, nothing at all, and they just transfer items. And for what we use them for on the farm, they actually transfer them pretty quick. So what we have now is we have now a farm that automatically gets everything picked up. It's completely powered by coal, by a coal generator, even the 30 RF coal, absolutely fine. And this here takes these. Oh, there's an inferium seed coming in again. I don't know where that's come from. One of those plants is a trading inferium seed. I think it's this one. That one looks very inferium-like. I'm not really sure. We're gonna catch it. We're gonna catch it out. I thought I planted all the coal seeds everywhere. Somewhere an inferium seed snuck in. Anyway, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. So, somewhere is an inferium seed. So basically, the gets passed in here, and this one builds them as fast as possible based on the recipe. However, right now we have nothing to extract them into. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the item extractor I made and attach it here. Now this is fast enough. This is actually really fast. So, and with no power, this is absolutely awesome. So sorry about a little bit of the confusion in between the episodes. A lot of these mods I have never played around with and I'm learning myself. Like, I didn't know that there was actually an item transfer ability without power, and cyclic seems to be really, really fast. Look at this. There you go. There's our coal. Brilliant. We don't need to worry about coal really ever again. Now, what we can do is we can even be fancier, and let's break this block. Oh, that broke it. Did it break it or did it pick it up? Damn it, it broke it. I have to stop doing that. I keep using the mattock to remove these things. What we can do is we can tell it to use the crafted result in here and say, okay, let's make blocks. So apply. Now it's going to take the blocks. Now what we tell it now is for the first result, we're going to edit this now and tell it to result of crafting, which will go to output buffer. To input buffer. There we go. And now we're making block of coal. And for storage reasons, obviously, this is a lot better. All right, everything is sorted out. We found the trader. This crop here was one of those inferium, so I just placed it and made it back to the coal seed. But what's happening now is coal seeds get picked up. They get transferred into here. The coal essence is turned into coal. It's put back into the input area here, as you can see. And this area is picked up then to make the blocks of coal, which then go into the output. That is then put into here. There we go. And this here will then be transferred into, as you can see here, this is empty. There we go. So this is going to get 64 blocks of coal. So that way it's now a self-feeding mechanism. Okay, this is pretty scary. We have a guy over there that keeps pulling me called Groot the Miserable. Vortex Cinder Dampening. I don't even know what that is. All I know is that I walk around and every now and then it pulls me into this direction. What is that? Oh, that's that guy. Okay, so yeah, we already know that guy and we're not really interested in fighting him. But look, I'm moving automatically towards him when he does that. That is so creepy scary. He automatically pulls us in. But he can't really hurt us, which is actually pretty cool. So can we kill it? Oh, he has a lot of... Ow, 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 ow. Not a good idea, not a good idea, not a good idea. I have to get out of here. There we go. We have to get out. Come on, quick, 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 quick. Run, 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 run. Because if we die, all our items get destroyed into oblivion. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ooh, boy. That was close. That was close. I thought we would be able to fight him, but no. Okay, he has a lot of health. That was a no-no. Big no-no. One of the things that I just want to go over quickly is chunk loading. So we all know how to do chunk loading. We go into here and we click on this little guy and then we just shift left click on the things we want to chunk load or shift right click to unload them from the chunk. Now chunk loading is obviously good that if you're moving too far away from an area, I think it's something like 50 blocks, I have no idea, then it unloads the chunk and everything stops on it. So this farm wouldn't continue growing. Now, when I made the farm, I actually made it in a chunk. So the way you can show a chunk, if you click F9, you can see the lines, some chunk lines, but then when you hit F9 again, you see the actual chunk borders. So as you can see, our original farm was actually within the chunk borders. It reached right exactly to the edge of this chunk and goes all the way over here. So that was the chunk, but now that we have 9x9 farms, it slightly goes into the other chunks. So now what we're gonna have to end up doing is probably load these two chunks. Otherwise, these guys here won't grow when we're out of reach and the chunk is unloaded, but everything in here will still grow. All right, everything is coming along nicely, and we have essence being made here, quartz essence, which you then craft into quartz, which is absolutely awesome. We have our tier 2 inferium coming along nicely here. We're gonna do some tier 3 and then we're gonna crop them. I literally left spaces between the areas intentionally so that we don't have crops interfering with each other's area. That way we are not going to have all of a sudden like some accidental shift over from the coal essences coming over here and so on. And this is still tier 1, but that's just used as a border right now in the moment. Anyway, this is coming along nicely as well. We have loads of coal in here. I just got a water wheel from a reward. I was going through some of the completions in here, which we can do in the next episode. Some of the things I made is the tank. We just get some money of it. The worms we found, you get some money of it. If you're actually looking for worms, the worms drop if you just till green dirt. Like just dirt that has grass on it. So you can do it over there and just go ham and just till everything. And after about 10 minutes, you have like 30 worms in your inventory. So you're absolutely fine. So this is on the way. Now, one thing that I'm not sure, I don't remember if in the last episode I showed it to you or not, but I made since the last episode or at the end. So if I already showed it, I'm sorry for doing it again. I made the glider. So the glider was actually very simple, just 2 wings. And they're made from leather and sticks. That's it. That's all. Nothing new to that. And once you actually have the 2 wings, you're going to put them together with a stick. Now, they're absolutely awesome. All you need to do is do that. And I think I showed it in the last episode. I'm not 100% sure. And then you can fly around, which is going to make things a lot easier to explore. And not only that, the next thing we want to do, and I touched on that a little bit earlier, is we want to make grid power. Grid power is not only used for the item transfer nodes. They need to be powered. They cost 1 grid power. Not only that, but they're actually used for angel rings. And there's one angel ring called the squid ring, which is actually a jet propulsion ring. So once you have it on, I think you just hit space and goes up. So we should be able to do next episode angel ring, grid power, finish the temple dungeon at least, and then we're ready to go to the nether. I hope you guys had a good time with the episode. If you did, remember to kick that like button in the balls, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and see you guys next time. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.